Financial fallout. Thanks for staying with WJZ. I'm Rick Ritter.
And I'm Denise Koch. Well, the coronavirus pandemic is hitting the state's budget in a big way, and we'll find out just how big tomorrow. And
WJZ is live. Paul Gessler previews the start of the next fiscal year and the cuts that are on the table. Paul.
Tomorrow alone, the governor proposes $672 million in cuts, and higher education takes the biggest hit. Maryland state employees Caravan passed the governor's Baltimore office Tuesday in advance of Wednesday's Public Works hearing.
This is our Caravan to oppose the kick 'em while you're down budget.
Fiscal year 2021 starts Wednesday, and with it, the governor's proposed $672 million in cuts. Many service employees say they've been stretched thin responding to the pandemic.
It's like cutting the fire department during a wildfire. You just don't do that. You're not going to cut your way through this.
The governor also asked the General Assembly to cut another $700 million from the budget when it reconvenes. Hogan hinted at the dire forecast at briefings this spring.
Well, it's going to be devastating to the state budget. There's going to be massive budget problems for us, for every state in America. We're going to tap into and perhaps drain the entire rainy day fund.
That rainy day fund is down to about $1 billion after using $300 million so far, according to the Comptroller. In early April, the governor implemented a budget and hiring freeze. At that time, the Comptroller projected a potential $2.8 billion revenue loss for 2020.
There's not a medical solution to the virus, and if there's not a big subsidy program from the federal government, we could be facing anywhere from $2 billion to $4 billion in an annual shortfall.
By phone Tuesday, Peter Franchot says he will vote for about $205 million in cuts not to go into effect yet. The board, he says, can always revisit cuts later.
We don't need to go after vulnerable citizens or our educational institutions right now.
Service employees demonstrating Tuesday say the cuts are dramatic and draconian.
The bond report doesn't come out until July 15th. So I think they are making a rush to judgment.
The governor's office today announced federal relief from the CARES Act to offset some of those cuts to education. He is set to rejoin the Board of Public Works tomorrow morning after an absence due to heading up the state's pandemic response. For now, reporting live tonight at 5, I'm Paul Gessler for WJZ.